What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. And you know, weekends on Twitter, it's just full of nonsense and full of hilarity. And another crazy topic came up over the weekend. Basically that, you know, Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. That's what it is. What are we talking about this for? You know, and everybody wants to pump up Miles Morales, right? Because he's like the current iteration, I guess you could say, of this particular character. But this character doesn't fly with a lot of the regular fans of comics that have been around like myself for years and years. Because basically it's just a cheap carbon copy of the original Peter Parker Spider-Man, okay? And so everybody is up in arms all over this thing, you know. You can see it from this particular tweet. This guy, Frank, says, the fact that people will accept Barry Allen and Wally West as the Flash, multiple Dr. Fates, 2 Human Torches, 2 Rorschachs, 2 Mr. Terrifics, and 2 Blue Beetles, and a whole core of Green Lanterns is Green Lantern, but not Miles Morales as Spider-Man is wild to me. Not wild, okay? It's really simple. Spider-Man is one of the biggest, most iconic characters in comic book history. One of the 3 big superheroes right next to Superman and Batman, okay? So you can't just come in with the old switcheroo, okay? When you're talking about a character with this legacy, someone as big as Spider-Man, you can't just switch him up. You can't do that. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is, and it's not Miles Morales. Regardless of if he says, I am Spider-Man or not. No, you're not, bruh. You're Miles Morales, okay? It's not even up for debate at this point. Like, straight up, if I offered people money, okay? Cash money, like one of them dudes on the street with the mic going around and saying, hey, I got $1,000 in my pocket. Give me Spider-Man's secret identity. You got 5 seconds. Everybody is saying Peter Parker. Okay? Everybody is saying Peter Parker at that point. Nobody's saying Miles Morales. Get out of here. You know, even the people that's arguing this crap on Twitter would be like, nah, that's Peter Parker. Give me my money. That's what's going to happen. Okay? Let's just keep it real, all right? When it's time to put up or shut up, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, all right? End of story. But, you know, yet this little silly debate rages on. This guy says, but we call Peter Spider-Man Spider-Man. Whenever we refer to Miles Morales, we say Miles Morales. I'm not saying he's not Spider-Man, but Miles Morales is known by the media as Miles Morales. I've just said Miles Morales too much. That none of those characters are as well known and loved as Spider-Man. Peter Parker is Spider-Man, just like Bruce Wayne is Batman, Clark Kent is Superman, Steve Rogers is Captain America, Tony Stark is Iron Man, and T'Challa is Black Panther. Exactly, okay? There are certain characters, that's just the way it's going to be because of their popularity. He just rattles off like all of these main big name superheroes, okay? And the whole Steve Rogers and Captain America, that whole thing, by making Sam Wilson Captain America, you just downgraded Sam Wilson's character, okay? He was just fine as the Falcon. Build the Falcon up. That's what we try to say. Build the Falcon up and stop trying to capitalize off the name of Captain America. It's one of the things that makes comics hard to follow these days, you know? Because you got like multiple iterations of multiple characters. You don't know who you're talking about, who you're dealing with. All right. Oh, there's Black Superman. There's Black Batman. There's Black Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, I didn't need black versions of these characters. They were just fine as they were. And if you want to build up a black character, create one, make them original, make them unique. Okay. There's nothing unique whatsoever about Miles Morales. And this person says, refusing to acknowledge that there are other characters with the moniker of Spider-Man than Peter Parker is essentially going against one of the Stan Lee's favorite parts of the character. Peter Parker isn't the icon, Spider-Man is. Miles Morales is Spider-Man. So let's listen to what Stan is saying.
One of the greatest things about Spider-Man's outfit, his costume. What? He is completely covered. So any kid could imagine he's Spider-Man because no color of the skin shows. He could be black under that. He could be red. He could be yellow. He could belong to any race. And that wasn't done purposely. It was done accidentally. But I think it was the best thing we did, making him so that he could be anybody under that costume.
Stan Lee's point doesn't prove what this person thinks it does, okay? Because he said it himself. This wasn't done purposely, okay? That's not what he was trying to push or promote. It just came out that way, all right? That, oh yeah, you know, he's essentially saying Spider-Man is for everyone, okay? Stan Lee is basically saying that Spider-Man is for everybody, okay? Like a kid seeing Spider-Man in costume, that could be anybody up under there. Black, white, yellow, red, whatever, you know. That's what he says. It means that Spidey is for everyone, and you should see the character that way. You shouldn't say, well, because Peter Parker is a white guy and because Peter Parker is Spider-Man, that means that Spider-Man is only for white folks. That's not the way you should be looking at this character at all. But like when you decide to bring out multiracial versions of Spider-Man, okay? So like everybody has like their own little racial identity Spider-Man. That's basically what you're saying. You know, Spider-Man is only for the people that relate to him by skin color. So everybody needs their own Spider-Man. You need a black Spider-Man, you need a white Spider-Man, you need a Latino Spider-Man, you need an Asian Spider-Man. That's not at all what Stan Lee is talking about. Stan Lee is saying, look, anybody could be up under that suit. So therefore, Spider-Man is for everybody. So is there really an issue people have with Miles Morales and the fact that he is Spider-Man? Wow, what did we do? Take a step back in time and reset progress with racial and ethnic equality. Come on, people, grow up. Miles is Spider-Man. He's one of many. No. See, this is the thing. This whole idea of the racial and ethnic equality is like, okay, we can create a Spider-Man for the black people. That's the problem. This is, again, one of the biggest reasons why race swaps are lazy. Because it's pandering to this obsession people have that, you know, race is more important than anything. Your skin color matters more than anything else in the world. And it's usually the quote unquote anti-racist people that are saying all of that crap. It's like they feel like they have to elevate skin color and race above everything. And if we want to get serious about it, okay, that idea of advocating that you must see yourself in someone else, okay, like that's the purpose of all of these different iterations of characters, is that so people can see themselves, that you can connect through them through something as superficial as skin color. That's like the most infantile, dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's like for basic people, basic thinkers, okay? You can be inspired by anybody. You don't need to have somebody that looks like you with the same skin color as you. None of that matters. If you can't understand and accept that, then you don't understand the first thing about Spider-Man. Anyone can be Spider-Man. That's the whole idea behind this character. Yeah, but Spider-Man is still Peter Parker and Peter Parker is Spider-Man, okay? Like Spider-Man isn't just some mantle or just some idea, okay? It's a character that was created, all right? And his name is Peter Parker. And all you got to do is just accept that, yeah, this guy here, this guy that was created is Peter Parker. He is Spider-Man, okay? And yeah, you can go ahead and say he inspired a whole generation of Spider-Men, if you will, okay? Spider-Man-like characters. But that doesn't change the fact that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Like I said, put your money where your mouth is. If I said, hey, I got $1,000 right here, who's Spider-Man? You know everybody is going to be like Peter Parker. Peter Parker, I ain't losing that $1,000. Does it take away from the fact that he's well known and beloved? The most liked version of a character will always be default. There are two Spawns, but when I say Spawn to you, you think of Al Simmons, not Jim Downing. Yep. Point being, Miles Morales is a Spider-Man, but not Spider-Man. Exactly. That's basically the point I'm trying to make. Miles is a Spider-Man, okay? So when you say Peter Parker is Spider-Man, you're saying, boom, that's the title, okay? His character is Spider-Man. And everybody else is a Spider-Man, a spin-off version, whatever you want to call it, okay? But it's not the legitimate article. The problem is that characters like Ben Reilly have no controversy being called Spider-Man, but Miles constantly does. Even saw a recent post calling him Peter Darker. Yeah, that's from Eric July. Young Ripper calls him that. Never seen anyone call Ben Reilly Spider-Man because, like the previous comment said, the name Spider-Man always defaults to Peter, and other version either gets their own name or needs to be called by their secret identity. You got to say Miles Morales Spider-Man. You have to say it, okay? So, like, this whole argument is just kind of silly and dumb. The same way they'll never accept Sam Wilson as Captain America. They will never let a black man be Spider-Man. You can be a Spider-Man, a guy in a Spider-Man costume, okay? Nothing wrong with that. But you will never be Spider-Man. You are not the definitive version. You are not the one that everybody knows that if you put $1,000 in front of somebody's face, you are not the one that they're going to say is Spider-Man. That's just the way it is, okay? And the thing about it is you could like race swap and gender swap and change the names around of a popular character all you want to, okay? It's not going to change the reality that most people see Spider-Man as Peter Parker and Peter Parker as Spider-Man, okay? Miles Morales is not an original, unique character, okay? He's not unique at all. He's more or less just a carbon copy of the original character of Spider-Man, you know, living in basically Peter Parker's shadow. Not every character in the Marvel Universe or any universe is created with the best intention. What matters is what the character has grown into and what they mean to the community. Miles now stands for the ideas freedom in one skin and be yourself. Like, the funny thing is, again, you're telling this guy to be himself, but he's pretending to be somebody else. Like, that's the saddest thing about it. Miles Morales lives in the shadow of Peter Parker in pretty much almost every story, all right? He's not Spider-Man. Okay, and the characters acknowledge that he's not Spider-Man. Even this article on Screen Rant, a forgotten MCU villain says Miles Morales isn't the real Spider-Man. The lost MCU Spider-Man villain says what many Spider-Man fans have thought for years. Miles Morales is just a copy of Peter Parker. And here's the line right here. Miles Morales is getting into an argument with them. Says, was the real Spider-Man too busy? That why he sent the Junior League? Wow, that's cold. You know, it's like... They're even putting that in the comics already. So, I mean, at this point, what are we talking about, guys? Huh? I understand deep down people want Miles Morales to be accepted. You know, this is about acceptance. Can you accept Miles Morales as a Spider-Man? Sure, he's a Spider-Man. He's a kid in a Spider-Man outfit. But when we're talking about Spider-Man, okay, if I just say Spider-Man out there, you guys know what's up. But anyway, folks, what do you think about this situation? Is Peter Parker Spider-Man? Is he the definitive Spider-Man? Or can we, you know, throw every single Spider character that's ever been created into the mix? And so now we gotta, Peter Parker, that's just one guy of many different Spider-Man. Go ahead, drop down in the comments, let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. See you next time.